Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Pisces for the middle of October. Now Pisces, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Pisces, I do not do personal readings, so if you get a DM from somebody, please do understand that they are trying to scam you. That is not me. They are impersonating me, so keep that in mind. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Do hope you're doing well, Pisces. Hope things are going well for you. This is a Celtic cross spread, which I like to do for these middle of the month readings, if you were curious. So let me make sure everything is in view here. And I like to take 3 cards to clarify as we go along. But I think this looks good enough to me. Also, if you noticed, I don't do reversals. There's no one way that's right or wrong to read tarot. So some of you do ask about that, but all right. Energy on the bottom, you have the 10 of Wands. So this is somebody who is carrying their wands uphill. This is somebody who is potentially fighting an uphill battle. And it does say that there's more work ahead. However, the thing about this 10 of Wands, each one of these wands represents some sort of skill learned or knowledge gained along the way. And so you are a seasoned veteran here, Pisces. You know what you're doing. You know what you're talking about. And as I like to say as well with this 10 of Wands is, there's a reason why the universe chose you to carry this burden. And that's because you have everything you need to complete the task and complete the challenge at hand. You've already crossed the finish line because you are at the full manifestation or the end of the suit of wands. And so do keep that in mind. I do feel like, taking a look here, there is major progress that you have made in this month, maybe even towards the middle of the month. You're maybe achieving progress, but it looks like the situation you've been waiting for could be arriving here. And that's what I feel very strongly for you. But let's go ahead and get right into this. So the card in the middle here, the current situation, you have the 3 of Wands. You can see this person's kind of looking out to the shore, thinking about what's next for them. And with that, it's a card of growth and expansion. Okay, and you can say that this is the initial win or the first win in the suit of wands. It's all about what can you do to take what you're doing to the next level. If you own a business, is there something you can do to attract more clients or to even build another revenue stream? Is there something that you can do to expand your business in some way? Or if you're not, an owner, a business owner, can you expand your life in some way? This is also a card of travel. As you can see, they're looking at the boat, indicating overseas travel. And so some of you may be considering that because we actually have 3 travel cards here with the 3 of Wands, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands. Some of you considering travel. I know this is rough times to be traveling, especially overseas at this period because you're never sure with regulations and everything that are going on. So maybe some of you are maybe thinking about that. It could also be short distance travel, which I'll get into as we go along. Now, in the problem position, you have the the King of Cups. So this is somebody who is compassionate. This is somebody who is sitting in water. Do you see how their throne is in a body of water here? Water in the tarot is the emotions and the sort of compassionate side of yourself. And so this is somebody who's very good at handling emotional situations. This is somebody who can deal with those. They have a high EQ. They have a high emotional quotient. They're emotionally intelligent. And on top of that, this is not somebody who's going to rock the boat. And so for you, I do want to sort of point out here that we have this water symbolism coming in here very strongly in these first 2 cards. And so I think what's happening here is, now some of you may not be acting because the King of Cups is as smart as they are emotionally, as, compassionate as they can get a little bit lazy or a little bit complacent in their shadow or in their reverse. And so for you, it's like, you may want to grow, you may want to expand something, but it's like maybe you're not taking the action that you need to be taking at this time. That could be the problem. But we'll go ahead and see what else we come up with. Now, in the past, you have the Ace of Wands. So this is actually my favorite card in the tarot. This is Passionate New Beginnings. This is the Spark of Life. This is, a card of side hustles. One of my self-employment cards. Some of you are business owners, I feel, here in this reading. With the Three of Wands, expansion type energy, and actually now we have two aces, which is always a nice thing. You're birthing something, okay? You're birthing something here into existence. It could be that for some of you, there's a baby on the way. The Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups is a historical sort of fertility, childbearing combination, but you also have the Page of Cups, which could be news, child news, something like that, like pregnancy news. But I actually feel like this is more of a metaphorical birth in that you are bringing a project into existence. And the problem is you have this King of Cups in the problem position where it's like you see everything, you see the road ahead, you know that you have all the wands that you need, but maybe you're just not acting, something like that going on here. Now, in the future position, you have the Chariot. This is a major victory and success. This is actually the opposite of what I've been talking about, which is this is somebody who achieves success and victory by using self-discipline and by really putting in the work. And this says, as above, so below. As you put in the work, you are rewarded. As is done in the universe, it is done down here. And so for some of you, I feel like what's going to happen is if you are in this indecision mode or you're in this non-action mode here, that's going to change here in the future. You're going to actually start charging forward on your Chariot. This is also short distance travel. So some of you may be also just contemplating a trip or something like that going on here. In your conscious awareness, in your thoughts, you have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, take a look at what's coming in for you around money. Okay, are you worried about losing money? Are you afraid of something like that? Because I don't see any cards here indicating job loss. In fact, I see two aces, which are new beginnings. I see victories, I see growth, I see expansion, I see offers. So what's going on here, Pisces? Are you falling into a trap of scarcity mindset? Because this is your mindset. This is your thoughts here. This position, and you have the Five of Pentacles. Are you feeling left out in the cold? That's what I think is going on. I don't think it's actually happening. I think it's a mental construct. And forgive yourself. Don't beat yourself up, because many of us have financial trauma, and in that situation, in that position, that's what I'm feeling like. And so I feel like if you can work through that in your own way and the way that you need to, there's major rewards here for you. And in this lower row here, in the subconscious, you have the Ace of Cups. This is potentially a new romance. Some of you could be, I try to bring in messages for both love, romance, career, finance. With the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups here in the outcome, definitely some of you could unexpectedly be meeting somebody. I don't think this is something that you're seeking. I think it's the type of love that it's like, well, like, wow, this person came in. Maybe we're compatible. Maybe we'll try to investigate that. But for others of you, you're birthing a new project, a new creative project, or a new way of expanding and growing your business here. With the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands very prominently sticking out to me. Any time you get two or more aces, always a good sign. Always a good sign. So where you're headed here in the staff, you have in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Temperance card. So this is balancing out your fire and your water. Okay? You can see one cup has fire, one cup has water, mixing both sort of qualities of yourself. And couldn't that be more clear here with the King of Cups, water, Three of Wands, fire? And so for some of you, really, there's a turnaround coming in here, which is another way of reading the Temperance card because it comes after the Death card. And there's a healing process that you are undergoing for some of you. I think it's around finance. And I think you're coming to an understanding that this has maybe been a career or creative block for you. And again, you'll figure out how to heal through this in your own way. And that's what I think is maybe going on here. I definitely, it's a very nice energy, and I love to see that for you. In your external awareness here, or I'm sorry, your external influence, you have the Knight of Wands, another card of moving. Okay, this card almost always comes forward when you're ready to move residence or travel rather, but travel, movement, moving, anything like that. Some of you moving career, moving job, anything like that. This is also the Maverick in the tarot. Okay, they're very skilled. They're skilled at many things, and they have a lot of skills, tools, talents, and abilities that they can use to really be a sort of Swiss Army knife or a sort of maverick person. Everybody wants to know the Knight of Wands. They always have a party trick, or they always have something here. And so for some of you, just tapping into that side of yourself as you expand and you grow, there could be a move coming for you because it's external, it's outside of you, it's not how you're influencing it. So there's something coming in. There could be a big event happening here where it's just like something changes. For some of you, it could be love or something like that, where it's like you're working so hard and then this random person comes in and you're like, whoa, like I actually am interested in spending my time with them. Some of you could be dealing with that. Yeah, and your hopes and fears. You have the Two of Pentacles, juggling or fluctuating wealth, okay? What have we been talking about this whole time with this Five of Pentacles here? Fearful around losing money or losing material resources. It can go either way. You have to look to the supporting cards to get, which way that pentacle is going to tip. Is it going to be a loss or a gain? It can literally be either or. For you, I see major, mostly positive cards. There's one negative card here, which is always a good thing. And so more than likely, there's a positive change in your financial situation. But, you maybe are trending towards fear on that, which again is like, I think, a common thing for a lot of people. So I would just take a look at that, if there's something that you can do to shift mindset in some way. I think that might be helpful. In the outcome, you have the Page of Cups. So this is, new love new love offer coming in. This is also potentially a new creative offer or news that someone's interested in you. This could also just be happy news, because the Suit of Cups is also just the suit of happiness and joy and emotions and all of those sorts of things, those great things. And when you have this with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, could be news that a child or a baby is on the way for some of you. That's going to be a bit of a narrow message, because most of you are doing something where you are birthing a project. There's like a passion here that you have, and I think this King of Cups providing the problem is talking about just you taking swift action towards it, and as you do that, you will be supported by the universe. And I think that that's the outcome, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and see what these three clarifiers are. You have the Magician, really nice card. Okay, look, this card is a card of action, okay? So the problem with the Magician is that their issue, just like the King of Cups, is they could be lazy, okay? And so for you, it's like, for the Magician, they have everything they need. They have all suits of the tarot. They have all the tools, skills, talents, abilities, resources they need to manifest. This is the master manifester. And so it's like you're aware that everything you need is here. You don't need to go buy a $1,000, multi-$1,000 course. You don't have to go buy something on Amazon. Everything you need is inside of you to build this and to actually to grow and expand whatever it is that you're growing and expanding here, which it looks like a lot of you are. Now we have triple aces. Are you serious, Pisces? Ace of Wands, Cups, and Swords. What is this new beginning that wants to come forward so badly, but you may be getting in the way? Is there something here where you're self-sabotaging? Although we don't have the Seven of Swords, I don't know why that's coming in. But this is a breakthrough. This is mental clarity. This is the clouds clearing in the background, making way for a new beginning. You have three of those here in this reading. So you're manifesting greatness here, Pisces. And I think just keep moving forward. Remember, you have this 10 of Wands on the bottom. There's a reason why you're carrying this burden, because you can handle it. You have this 9 of Pentacles, financial independence. Building something that will sustain yourself over the long haul, planting fruits, planting seeds that provide for you down the road. And, You know, that's a really big card of abundance, because who doesn't want to be financially independent? Who doesn't want to be doing their own thing and not having to rely on people, right? And that's what I think you're building here. Whatever you're expanding and growing looks very good. Typically, when you get that Ace of Wands, like any sort of business or career situation that you build under that is typically pretty good. So we had a bunch of cards that wanted to pop out here. We have yes, abundance, I mean, like that, right? Helpful people, and get more information. Okay. Look, there's like a harvest that wants to come in here, okay? All these aces, the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, expansion is leading to abundance in some form for you. And so do whatever it is that you need to do to follow through. That somehow rhymes. But whatever it is that you need to do to follow through is what is being called on here in this reading for you, Pisces. And as you follow through, you will connect and sync up with people who are meant for you and aligned for you, with hopeful people. But also these projects will come through, or these, whatever it is that you're expanding here. Let's see what else we have. Let's pull some additional cards. So we have sudden wealth, lovers, official person, imprisonment, mature woman, and child. Some of you are definitely having a child on the way. Yeah. Interestingly enough, there's this weird legal situation that just came in with imprisonment, courthouse, and thief. I don't know, maybe an official person, maybe some of you are dealing with that. It literally wasn't in the rest of this reading, but it looks like the Ace of Swords is it would be like a victory in a legal situation. Obviously not legal advice, but that's just kind of what's coming in. Some of you with child are literally welcoming a child into the family. Some of you have just randomly met somebody. Don't think you were expecting this. It could have been in groups of people that you've met somebody, like going out with friends or whatever. But overall, there's like a big uptick in your abundance that wants to come forward. And if it's not here now, it's because you haven't taken action on something. So, love this reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com. I also want to say I'm very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one.